So dear students, in this video, we are going to study about what is business planning and what are the different process of business planning. So how a business planning is done and what is the process involved in the business planning, that also we are going to study in this class. A business plan is a written document prepared by entrepreneur that describes all the relevant external and internal elements, those elements involved in starting new ventures. It is integration of functional plans such as marketing, finance, manufacturing, and human resource plan. So actually a business plan is a written document where each and everything which an entrepreneur wants to do, those things will be described, whether those are external kind of factors involved or internal kind of factors. So these all kind of factors are being designed, and these are all kept at one particular thing. So we call such thing as business plan. So it is an integration kind of things of the different kind of functional plans, like a functional plan of marketing, functional plan of finance, functional plan of manufacturing and human resource planning. And overall, as a whole, we call that kind of plan as a business plan, and that is a master plan which controls all the other functional plans in the organization. Then a business plan is a blueprint of setup, step-by-step process that would be followed to convert business idea into successful business venture. So this is like a blueprint where when you want to convert your venture, or where you want to convert your idea into a successful venture, you are just having an idea. Now you don't know how to convert that idea into a venture, a successful business. So that is a plan which will take your idea into a venture. So that is very, very important for an entrepreneur to start his own business and to help him in the business activities. So if you see, generally business planning process has this all kind of things: feasibility and idea, feasibility and ideation, EILC analysis and market research, strategy and business model formulation, sales and cost projection, financial modeling and risk analysis, valuation and capital structuring. Okay, these are like models of a business planning process. In simple, let us see what are those models. In simple, some other words we can call as, first of all, idea generation. Okay, first of all, there has to be some idea to start a venture or a business. Without an idea, you cannot start any kind of a business. So once you need to have an idea, whichever business you are doing, idea generation. Then you will do environmental scanning. Okay, you will study about the factors, whether internal factors, internal environment, external environment factors related to that particular business, and detailed scanning you will do of that particular business. Then you will do all different kind of feasibility analysis, whether marketing feasibility is there, analysis is there, and financial feasibility is there. Those all feasibility analysis also we are doing. Then similarly, we go for project report preparation. Okay, we'll do project report preparation, and evaluation, control, and review is the final step in the business planning process. Okay, let us study this all business planning process in detail. As we know that the first plan in the business planning, business plan process is idea generation. Okay, so this is the first phase, or first phase in the planning process. Is the first step in the business planning process. This step differentiate entrepreneurs from usual business. An entrepreneur may come up with a new business idea or may bring in value addition to existing product in the market. The sources of new idea for an entrepreneurs are. So what there is a difference in this idea generation is the main important difference between an entrepreneur and between a normal or a usual business, because an entrepreneur will think some innovative ideas. The ideas, he will be having some innovative kind of ideas where he can get those ideas from the different kind of sources, like consumers or customers. He will have interaction with the customers, and He will ask them that what kind of product they want, their feedback he can take, or he can see that what customer preference is. According to that, he can do that all product specification. So those are all what are we can call as the sources of new idea for the entrepreneurs. He can see the study the customers, and then that will give him an idea. Similarly, existing companies, the entrepreneurs will study about the existing companies, that what kind of product they are selling in the market, what is their marketing strategy, how they are doing branding, how they are doing promotion. So he will get an entire strategy, or he will get an entire idea that what he wants to do in future. So many a times in existing companies in the market or industry, they will give you a clear idea that what you have to do or what will be your first step. Then research and development, R&D. So research and development is very important. Okay, so whenever some new thing you want to bring, innovation you want to bring, or something like incubation has to be there, or innovation has to be there, that cannot be done just by looking someone or following the same things which are being followed from last so many years. So there has to be some research and development. When research will happen, right, about a particular area, about a particular topic or a field, then after doing a research you will come to some conclusion, right? You will write some ultimate objectives, then some conclusion you will come. Then based on that, you will be taking the steps for the development. Okay, so research and development is also one of the important source of having an idea. Then employees, your employees of the organization, if you have more number of employees, you can have a different kind of brainstorming sessions. You can give one topic to your employees or an idea, and then all of the employees will start discussing, right? They will give their own ideas and all points will be written. So there a new idea might come up. So that is also one kind of source, but again depends on how well skillful the employees are. Okay, so employees. Then dealers or retailers. Okay, the ultimate dealers of your business are retailers. If you are supplying in a wholesale or a manufacturer, you are, in that case, your dealers and retailers, they are also going to provide you an idea. Okay, so this is the first phase of the business plan, idea generation. Once this is done successfully, then goes for the second step called as environmental scanning. So on the entrepreneur is through the idea generation stage. The next step, the entrepreneur is required to conduct environmental scanning, which includes analyzing external and internal environment that affect business idea. Now, once you know about idea, only idea is not enough. The thing is that what are the factors which can affect your business or which can have impact on your business. That environmental scanning has to be done, both internal and external factors. Okay, so what all the factors you'll study? So you will first focus on external factors, because those are directly, indirectly, or having an impact on you, and those are outside your organization, like socio-cultural appraisal. Okay, you will study in detail about what kind of socio-cultural appraisal is there, culture, tradition, okay, moral, ethics, people, belief, values. So various things about the people. You can study about the product, what they want, or how they are having about that particular products. So that all social cultural appraisal is very important. It depends again from place to place. The culture, social culture might be changing from place to place, from country to country, region to region. These all things will change. So that analyzing is very, very important. Then technological appraisal is also very important. See, it assesses various technology option available to convert an idea into product. You are having an idea, nice idea is there, but there is no technology upgradation done in that particular idea. Okay, there is a limitation of technology. In that case, you cannot move much forward. You cannot take your idea much forward, because there is not much technological upgradation has happened in that particular field or a sector. So you need to see whether there is a technological enough amount of technology available for taking your idea forward. Okay, so technological appraisal is also very, very important. And also the cost of technology, like machines, how much it is going to cost you, like tools, like equipments, like other kind of IT infrastructure. So at what cost these all are available for you. If it is very costly, idea is going to fail. Your business can't survive. So again, technological appraisal will play a very important role. Then economic appraisal. Okay, so we can't run a business when economy totally is making under losses. There are some multi-millionaire businessmen or some multinational companies, they can do a profit because they are investing money even in the foreign companies. They are investing monies in the different government securities. But when you talk about the small businessmen and entrepreneurs, they totally depend on the economic affairs. Like if suddenly government will do certain changes, like they did in demonetization, they did GST, okay, they did certain other kind of changes, right? So that will have again impact on your business. Similarly, you will find about GDP, you will find about national income, okay, consumption pattern, taste. This all matters a lot for your business. This all economic appraisal. You should be always updated, right? What are the changes government is going to do in the sake of a business? Then demographical appraisal. So you need to also have a detailed study about demographical kind of things, like whatever idea you are having, and like after that, the population pattern, the geographical area, which includes sex, age, profile, distribution, etc. So gender wise, you will classify, age wise, you will classify, profile, distribution. These all things also you need to study a lot. So these all are external environments which are very much necessary for an entrepreneur to do a detailed scanning or analysis. Then once this is done, you will go for economic appraisal. Okay, there economic appraisal, demographic appraisal, and government appraisal. Okay, economic is as usual, like just I have told you, it tells about your income of the nation, gross domestic product, national product, consumption pattern. Demographic is again related to your age, gender, sex, profile, distribution, etc. Then government policies or government appraisal, this is totally related with the legislative policies which government is framing, right? Some policies are there which are going to have a very adverse effect. Some policies, like they will have a LPG policy, okay, liberalization, privatization, and globalization. Some are like foreign direct investments they are doing. So these all kind of policies will have a effect on these all kind of businesses. Okay, now internal environment, there are various kind of internal environment you have to study there. The first thing is that in environmental scanning, internal environment is raw materials, whether sufficient amount of raw material are available. You will start a business, then you will come to know that raw materials are not available in plenty of manner. Then that is a totally like loss for you. So you need to see that raw materials are available, and they are available at very near about place. It is available at very far. You have to bring to your place, you have to spend a lot of money for the traveling, right? Transportation charges will increase. Then production and operation, is there availability of machines, equipments, tools, techniques, or various things involved for your idea? That you have to see, that scanning has to be done. Then finance, right? You are having whether the enough amount of funds, right? Finance. Or if you don't have that startup expenses, startup cost, like capital, then is there anyone who is going to support you, like financial institutions, like banks, like government subsidies? So that also we need to find, right? Then similarly market, and after producing the goods, production, is there any market where you can sell your goods? Okay, where is there any like potential customer you are targeting, or are you going to target to one particular customers in the market? So what kind of market you are going to tap, that will also play a very important role while having a business plan. Then human resource ultimately, so what kind of human resource you are going to recruit, or it is like estimation of expenses, like how much human resource, again, amount of money you will be spending on human resource, on their recruitment, on salary, how much you will be paying on the different kind of human resource. So these all are the things you have to plan in detail. Okay, these are internal environment. Then comes feasibility analysis. Okay, so feasibility analysis refers to the conducting detailed analysis in relation to every aspect relevant to the business and determining the credibility of the business. So here, when you do a detailed study analysis of each and every aspect of your business, and you will tell and determine about the credibility of your business, whether your business is financially viable or whether it is technically viable or not. So these all aspects you are going to study in detail. The first is market analysis. You'll study about market. You'll study that how much is the estimate demand and market share for the proposed product and services in the future, right? That is very important. You did all production and then there was no market demand, there were no potential customers, and due to that your goods were not sold in the market, so you will suffer a loss ultimately. So detailed market analysis, what will be the demand pattern, or what are the substitute goods available, and who are your potential customers, and which market you are going to tap. So these all market analysis in detail you have to do in your business plan. Then technological and operational analysis. So this is to assess operational ability of the proposed business enterprise. Technical and operational analysis collects data on following parameters. And then when you're doing any kind of a technical and operational analysis, they are being done for the proposed business plan made by an enterprise, and with some parameters like material availability. Okay, whether material is always available or within the nearby area, if it is available or not. Then material requirement planning, right? So how is your working capital, how you are going to plan when material is about to over? So are you going to call it immediately, or you will be having some kind of economic order quantity or minimum kind of average you will be maintaining? Then plant location, where you will locate your plant, at which particular place, right? At a place where either a rural area or urban area. If you place in a rural area, you will not get like maybe more skilled kind of labors, or if you place in more urban kind of areas, you will not get more unskilled kind of labors. So these all are the problems, right? And you need to plan it very well. Then plant capacity. So they depend on, again, on your investment, how much you're doing, right? You invested some money on machines, so that is producing some particular output, and again in future if it is making profit, you can expand the production capacity by installing 2 machines or 3 machines. So plant capacity will also play a very important role based on the financial capability of your business. Machinery and equipment are also the factor, like how and what type of machineries you are buying, what type of equipments you are buying, okay, from where you are buying that. Either you are buying by totally cash basis, or you are taking a loan from the bank. If you take a loan from the bank, how much interest you will be paying, right? Again, either paying like quarterly interest, monthly interest, or yearly. So these all points are very important when technical and operational analysis are done. Okay, these all things just now repeated. So market plan, it's lays down about strategies like how you will sell your product in the market. Like it can be like product price, place, promotion, various things you'll do here to make your industry or a company better. Then production plan and operational plan is basically like it tells you about various things like human, material, location, cost, availability of raw material, right? Human resource, various things are included. Then organization plan, like here ownership pattern in the company, how it is organized, whether it is a family business, a private company, sole trader business. So how you are going to organize it, and after you, who is going to manage that, each and everything, role and responsibility has to be made properly done. Then financial plan, right? So how you are going to collect the funds. You have a very nice business plan, you told that this is your self investment, own capital. Now after that, what will be your investment, from where you are going to get the investment, and then how you are going to collect your cash flows, what will be the amount of cash flows. Cash outflow you calculate first, that will be in form of investments, and then after having a cash outflow, what will be your cash inflows in form of like sales, that will be your cash inflows. And in how much time you are going to reach to BEP, break even point, and what will be your projected ratios and projected balance sheet. Let us take after 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. Likewise, you'll calculate all for projected one. Okay, so these are very important. Then projected report preparation you will do. Okay, so here in report preparation, it is step-by-step strategies involved in starting and running business. Okay, so you'll prepare a report here that how we are going to start a business. Each and every point will be written in detail. It is a kind of a written document here. Then evaluation, control, and review. This is the final step in the business plan. As a company operates in a dynamic environment, company has to monitor and review strategies and policies to stay in line with the competition existing in the market. Okay, now only if you prepare the business plan and project is ready, that's not done. Like every time there has to be an evaluation, control has to be there, and review, right? After as and then the review about your project has to be seen, so that you should be there in a competition, right? And the company will have a better competition in the existing market, means you will have a good competition, healthy competition, and ultimately that competition will lead you towards a successful kind of a business or successful venture.